Hi, I'm Nathan Smith from Straight Street in Ionia. Just want to share with you guys a little bit about what God's done in my life and in my heart through being obedient in tithing. First of the year, I ran a business, and actually ran a business for a couple of years, and was really struggling with the whole tithing thing. I know God asked us to bring our first fruits into the storehouse, and I think I could speak for a lot of us when I would say that that would be one of the last things. I would be one of the last checks that I would write. I would pay all my bills and get stuff situated, and then whatever I'd have left would be a tithe or an attempt to tithe, and it just wasn't pleasing to God, and I knew that. First of the year, my wife and I decided to jump in 100%, and we began tithing our first fruits. The very first check, the very first deposit that we would make would be to our church, to our storehouse where we get fed. And man, just the blessing and the peace that's come along through that has been amazing. We shut our business down in May, and I went into full-time ministry, and just the blessing that's come along with being obedient and giving God our first fruits has been incredible. The Bible says that when we do that, He'll rebuke the devourer, which if you want to have freedom and you want to have the ability to live free in Jesus, I believe that you have to be someone that will tithe and put that first. And just I could tell you story after story of the things that God's done. About a month and a half ago, I was scheduled to go speak at a church, and we jumped in the car, my wife and I, and we headed towards the place, and I looked down and the gas gauge was just about on E, and so we pulled in, and I'm thinking that we could, fill up and maybe get an energy drink or a coffee or something healthy like a banana or whatever. But so we pull in, and I said, well, see how much money we have so we know how much we can put in. And she goes, well, I got good news and I got bad news. Well, what's the good news? She says, well, all our bills are paid and everything's taken care of. So what's the bad news? Well, we got $15 left. So put $15 in gas, went to the church, not even anticipating anything, get up and speak. And they took a love offering at the end, and the pastor actually handed my wife cash. So between the two, we were given like $550. Just little things like that God makes Himself so faithful. Another example is about 2.5 weeks ago, we shut our business down, and we weren't sure what we were going to do about our taxes. We thought we were going to have to pay in this year. And my accountant called me and said that we are going to be getting a pretty hefty chunk back. So we decided that we were going to take a little bit of that and get my wife a vehicle, because the one that I was driving broke down, and she was driving actually the Straight Street van that we have. So we were commuting together. It was kind of a pain in the neck, and so we were excited about the taxes coming back. 2 days after we found that out, a couple stopped in and gave us a check for $1,000 towards buying a vehicle, and they didn't even really know that we needed another vehicle. And then literally 2 days after that, I'm at Straight Street, the mail comes, and we get a check for $4,000, and the guy said it was to put towards buying a vehicle, and so we were just blown away. We're able to buy both of us actually a vehicle, so Straight Street could still use the van that we had. Just things like that God proves Himself faithful over and over again. Tithing is a kingdom principle. I believe once you get it down, that God will completely take over your life, your financial life, your mental and your spiritual life, and will bless you beyond anything you can ever expect. I can't express it enough how important it is to obey His commands, and one of His commands is that we bring our first fruits into the storehouse. And when we do that, we're just going to be blessed and taken care of, and God will provide all of our needs. So I just want to encourage you guys to just try it out and see, man. Just test God in this and see if He doesn't provide for you and take care of you and do what He promises that He would do. So that's my challenge to Encounter Church today, is that you guys would get on board with us and do what God has commanded us to do. God bless you all.